My channel was dying. I mean, flatlining. No matter what I tried, my videos barely broke 100 views. My live streams? Even worse. I was desperate, so I started streaming at the most ungodly hour imaginable, 3 a.m., and that's when it started. Every single night, like clockwork, one viewer would pop in. Just one. The view count would tick from 0 to 1, and it would stay there for the entire stream. I had no idea who it was. They never typed in chat, never sent a super chat. Nothing. Just silent, unwavering viewership. At first, it was comforting. Hey, at least someone was watching, right? I started treating this lone viewer like a friend. I'd say, hey, thanks for being here again, or hope you're having a good night. The silence on the other end felt ... attentive. I named them my 3M Faithful. For months, this was our routine. Me, broadcasting into the void, and my one loyal viewer, watching from the shadows. It was my little secret, this strange, one-sided friendship in the dead of night. But things got weird. I started noticing little glitches during the streams. A flicker of the lights in my room, a sudden cold spot, a whisper that seemed to come from my headphones even though I was alone. I brushed it off as exhaustion. Streaming at 3 a.m. will do that to you. I tried to interact more, asking them to type something, anything, in the chat. Just say hi, I plead. Let me know you're real. But the chat box remained empty. The view count remained a steady, solitary 1. The loneliness started to get to me. The comfort I once felt turned into a creeping dread. Who was this person? Why were they so dedicated, yet so silent? It felt less like I had a fan, and more like I was being observed. Like I was a specimen in a jar. One night I was just too tired to go on. I've been streaming for about an hour, talking about some old video game to my silent audience of 1. All right, faithful, I said, yawning. I think that's enough for tonight. I'm wiped. I'm gonna call it a night a little early. I moved my mouse toward the end stream button. And that's when it happened. A message finally appeared in the chat. My heart leaped. But it wasn't a friendly good night. It was a single chilling word. Don't. I froze. My blood ran cold. I stared at the screen, my hand hovering over the mouse. Was this a joke? After all this time, their first message was a command. I laughed nervously. Haha, very funny. Seriously though, I gotta get some sleep. I went to click the button again. Another message popped up, this time more frantic. Please, stay. I need you to stay. My breath hitched. The words were simple, but they carried a weight of pure desperation. Who was this? Why were they so adamant? My curiosity got the better of my fear. Why? I typed back, my fingers trembling. Who are you? A pause. Then a new message appeared. You don't want to know. Just keep streaming. If you stop, you'll be free. He? Who's he? I was completely bewildered. What are you talking about? Free from what? The chat was silent for a moment. I could almost feel the tension through the screen. Then, a link appeared. It was a link to an old news article. I hesitated for a second, then clicked it. The headline hit me like a punch to the gut. Local man dies in house fire. Body never recovered. The article was from 3 years ago. The picture was of a smiling young man, someone who looked to be in his early 20s. And the address of the house fire, ... it was my address. My apartment. I was living in the house where this man had died. I scrolled down, my heart pounding in my chest. The man's name was Alex. He was an aspiring streamer, just like me. He used to stream late at night, trying to find an audience. The article mentioned he had a rival, another streamer who was notoriously aggressive and jealous. They had an online feud that had escalated into real-life threats. The police suspected arson, but they could never prove it. The rival was questioned, but never charged. My eyes flicked back to the live stream chat. A new message was waiting. My name is Alex. I'm the one who's been watching you. I felt a wave of nausea. This was impossible. It had to be a prank, A very elaborate, sick prank. You're not Alex? I type back, my voice shaking. Alex is ... he's gone. The reply came instantly. I'm not. But I'm not here either. When the fire happened, he trapped me here, in the signal, in the stream. My mind was reeling. Trapped in the signal? It sounded like something out of a sci-fi movie. Who trapped you? I asked, even though I already suspected the answer. Him, the chat read. The other streamer. He did something ... some kind of ritual. He bound my spirit to the internet connection in this house. As long as there's a live broadcast from this location, I'm stuck here, watching. I'm a prisoner in the data stream. I was speechless. Every weird glitch, every cold spot, every whisper ... It was him, Alex. He wasn't haunting me. He was just ... there. Why didn't you say anything before? I asked. I couldn't, he replied. His ritual made me a passive observer. I can only watch. I can't interact unless the stream is about to be severed. It's the only time the connection is weak enough for me to push through. It all started to click into place. The reason he only appeared at 3 a.m. was because that's when I streamed. He wasn't choosing to watch me. He was forced to. I was his lifeline, his connection to some form of existence. But the most terrifying part was yet to come. What happens if I stop the stream? I asked, dreading the answer. The chat was slow to respond. That's the other part of the ritual, Alex typed. I'm not just a prisoner. I'm also a gatekeeper. I'm the lock on his cage. If the broadcast ends, the lock breaks, and he gets out. He? I asked again, who is he? You don't understand, Alex's message pleaded. He isn't human anymore. The ritual ... it changed him. He fed off the energy from the fire, from my death. He's been waiting in the silence between the signals, the static. He wants out. He wants a physical form. And he will take the first one he finds. I looked around my dark room, suddenly feeling incredibly vulnerable. The first one he finds ... that will be me. So this was my new reality. I was the unknowing jailer of a malevolent entity. My failing YouTube channel was the only thing keeping this ... thing from entering our world. And my only companion was the ghost of the man it had killed. So what do? I typed, my hands slick with sweat. I can't stream forever. You have to, Alex replied. You have to keep the broadcast going. At all times. Don't ever let it stop. If the view count ever drops to 0... he'll know. He'll be free. And that's where I am now. It's been 6 months since that night. I haven't slept in what feels like an eternity. I have multiple computers set up, a constant 24/7 live stream running from my apartment. I can't leave. I can't stop. The view count is always a steady 1. Alex is always there. Sometimes he manages to type a few words, telling me stories about his life, warning me about the entity that waits in the code. He tells me it learns. It's getting stronger. I can feel it sometimes, a pressure in the air, a malevolent intelligence watching from the other side of the screen. My channel has blown up. Ironically, people are fascinated by the 24/7's enduring streamer. They think it's a gimmick. They leave comments, they subscribe, but they don't know the truth. They don't see the terror in my eyes. They don't know that I'm not streaming for views. I'm streaming for my life, for all of our lives, because I'm the last viewer's last hope. And if this stream ever ends, if that number ever drops from 1 to 0, then it's not just my channel that's going dark. It's everything. So please, whatever you do, keep watching. Don't let the stream die. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm not going anywhere. I can't.